Hey everyone, it's Eric, and thanks for tuning in. First off, I just want to say happy holidays. And as we approach the new year, it felt fitting to have my final video of 2025 be about my first ever Grail purchase. In general, I tend to not use that word in my videos because the meaning of the word Grail has really been muddied down, especially in the realm of clothing. For a lot of people, it just means something that's very expensive and they can't purchase right away. But to me, a grail is something that has a lot of personal significance. And for one reason or another, other than price, it's been very hard to get. It could be because it's very rare or impossible to obtain these days, such as archival clothing, but it doesn't necessarily have to be just that. In today's video, I'll talk about a jacket that I've been wanting for almost 6 years now, and I finally purchased about a month or two ago. Let's get into it. This is the jacket right here, my Grail. It's the Kaptain Sunshine Traveler Coat in navy blue. You might be wondering, why is this a Grail item to you? It's part of Kaptain Sunshine's core collection for autumn-winter, which it is, so I'll explain really quick. I started getting quote unquote into better quality clothing around 2020, the peak of COVID. And I remember one day I went online and started researching what websites carried better quality clothing. And one of the first places I happened upon was No Man Walks Alone, based in New York City. I remember going on the website and it said that they were one of the best award-winning websites for menswear. But what really surprised me was I could not recognize a single brand that they were carrying, such as Inishmon, Paraboot, and most importantly for this video, Kaptain Sunshine. And then eventually I went on Style Forum and I saw a picture of one of the No Man employees, Kyle, wearing one of these jackets. I believe it was a gray plaid check or something like that. But there was just something so special about it. The way it fit, it was very flowy. It looked very good on him. And I just fell in love with this kind of jacket, specifically this one, just from going on that website and seeing that picture. Now, over the years, I have felt and tried on multiple overcoats, but this is the first one that I've actually bought for myself, and it just has a really special place in my heart. That was back in 2020, so it's been about almost 6 years now, and I finally got one of these for myself. Now I'll talk a little bit about why it took me so long in the first place to get one of these jackets. The biggest reason is because of my body type. I am not a particularly tall person, and around a year and a half ago, I tried on a Our Legacy overcoat similar to this one. It may have been called the whale or the polar coat. Anyway, I tried it on and it almost touched the floor. So from that experience on, I never really trust sizing charts or measurements for long raglan overcoats. Anyway, I initially wanted to get a Kaptain Sunshine Traveler Coat from No Man Walks Alone because that's where I discovered it in the first place. And they were also one of the first stockists of Kaptain Sunshine in North America, which is a cool fun fact. Unfortunately though, they didn't have it in stock at the time, and luckily, Queva ended up carrying Kaptain Sunshine a few months ago, so I went in person to the Greenpoint location, and thankfully they had a size 1 in the color navy that I wanted. Fortunately, I ended up being able to try it on in person because I ended up getting to actually feel the fabric and see how it fits on body. That's been one of my clothing goals, to actually go in person and try stuff on. I initially had the mindset that I was definitely going to be a size 1, which is their smallest size, because again, I'm not very tall. But actually, it didn't end up fitting my use case that well because I wanted one of these jackets to fit over a lot of clothing, such as big sweaters or jackets, but it ended up feeling a little tight when I did that. Thankfully, they also had a size 2, one size up, and it fit much better. And that's the one that I ended up getting. So shout outs to Queva. It was overall a great try-on experience. The moral of the story is, if you have a Grail item, I highly suggest you actually try it on in person to make sure it's right for you and get the sizing correct. Anyway, now let's actually talk about the jacket itself. I went with a navy blue instead of the brown because it just felt more versatile for my wardrobe. Because it is a core collection item for autumn winter Kaptain Sunshine, they occasionally do other colors. This season there was also a brown plaid check. In prior collections there was also solid gray and solid gray check, but I knew that navy was the one that I wanted. The actual construction of the jacket is great. It's raglan sleeve for really easy movement, and it's made of a double woven Super 140s Melton wool. From my understanding, Melton wool is essentially a thick woven fabric that makes it very smooth to the touch. And because it's so dense, it's also relatively wind resistant and water repellent, which is great for NYC where at any moment it could be raining or snowing, and here it's always windy as well. In terms of other details, it has Cupro lining in the armpit area and the sleeves, which makes it really comfortable. And it also has nice sartorial details as well, such as ticket pocket, and it also has a throat latch. There's also button sleeve adjusters, and the buttons on the sleeves are actually different from the placket, but both feel like horn buttons. And there's also, in general, really cool details such as the hidden button placket too. Now, talking about the overall fit of the jacket, I really like Balmacon coats because I like the soft shoulders. It has that really effortless, flowy style that I really like in coats like these, wool coats. And overall, I'm really glad that I bought it. Talking briefly about the brand Kaptain Sunshine itself, they take vintage American classic silhouettes and they put their own twist on it. The reason why I wanted the Traveler Coat in particular for so long is because they take the shape of it, but they make it fit really well for the modern setting. I've seen vintage overcoats, raglan overcoats like this one, and they don't fit as well. But this one is really great because it keeps that nice flowy A-line silhouette where it bulges outwards, but it keeps it really effortless and flowy in the process. And another thing I like about Kaptain Sunshine is that it's a Japanese brand, so it's more tailored for Asian types or shorter guys like me. Again, this is a size 2. It's not even the smallest size, but it fits really good on me. It has that below the knee length, which I'm looking for, but it doesn't, come even close to touching the ground. And it also fits really great in the sleeves as well. It doesn't go past the V shape that's formed by my thumb and my pointer finger, which is something that I am cognizant of when I get big jackets like this. So again, I love Kaptain Sunshine and I love the Traveler Coat. And it just goes to show that, in my opinion, a Grail item doesn't necessarily have to be hard to obtain or expensive, although this is actually my most expensive clothing purchase, but it's just something that has personal significance to you. Similar to my last video, this was a very anecdotal one, but I hope you guys enjoyed and have a better understanding of why this particular item has so much personal meaning to me. Anyway, let me know down in the comments if you guys have any clothing grails yourself, or if you bought any of them this year. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed, as it really helps immensely. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and a happy new year. Thank you.